The entire canal was in a state of disrepair. It was covered with moss. Water didn't flow.
The irrigation system of Arshalui's village, built about 70 years ago, no longer met the needs of the residents. Supplying water through the worn-out pipeline became problematic.
The water simply didn't flow, and when we did supply it, it didn't reach the residents. The losses were significant.
The most problematic section of pipeline is now being replaced as part of the irrigation system modernization program. An appropriate slope was lacking, causing silt buildup and obstructing water flow to the crop fields.
We identified a technical solution to establish the required slope for this section, a minimum of 30 centimeters per 1,000 meters. This adjustment enabled us to reach an adequate flow rate, supplying the essential volume of water, 940 liters per second, sufficient for irrigating all the lands in this area.
The program is being implemented in Yerevan and surrounding regions. Its goal is to enhance the efficiency of irrigation systems, reduce operational costs and maintenance expenses, and minimize any water losses and electricity consumption.
As part of the program, the construction of 7 new gravity-fed irrigation systems was planned, all of which have now been prepared and launched. The implementation of these gravity-fed systems will result in the decommissioning of 8 existing pump stations, leading to annual electricity savings of up to 15 million kilowatt-hours.
The situation is consistently dire. Irrigation systems built during the Soviet era are now unfit for use. In some areas, water losses reach up to 90%.
Within the scope of the program, there are plans for the restoration and reconstruction of the most damaged and critical sections on 4 main and 51 secondary channels. This effort is expected to reduce water losses by 120 million cubic meters.
In the Aramu section of the Kataik main canal, pipes are being replaced on one of the 2 aqueducts built in the late 1950s. The other 15 years younger will remain operational. Reconstruction efforts are focused on the section prone to frequent accidents.
It's important to note that this segment of the aqueduct passes through the village of Aramis and is under high pressure. Any malfunction could lead to damage to adjacent residential homes.
The program is nearing completion. In 108 communities, the work has already been finished. In many villages, the farm-level distribution networks for irrigation have been modernized. The remaining work will not interfere with the water supply. The $50 million program is funded by contributions from the Eurasian Fund for Stabilization and Development, along with co-financing from local communities and the government.
The modernization of our irrigation system will allow us to bring an additional 12,200 hectares of land under irrigation. This increase in water security will ensure a more stable water supply for these areas, giving farmers the opportunity to grow more valuable crops.
The program also supports the enhancement of managerial capacities by providing essential machinery and equipment.